Next, coming up with product ideas. This is a biggie for a lot of people. They just don't know where to get started. How do I come up with a product idea? I'd love to sell stuff online, but I don't really have any good ideas. Well, it's sometimes easier said than done, but you need to start off by looking at what problems do or did you face that you've already solved or that you think you can solve. That's the easiest place to go because you already know the solution. You already have taken a problem, decomposed it, come up with a solution, and now you can explain that solution, or maybe you've created a solution in the form of software or something like that, um, where other people probably have the same problem and you can fix it for them. And a lot of people are willing to pay money to have you fix their problem, especially if it means saving a lot of time or a lot of frustration. That is a huge opportunity. So you really need to do a little bit of a brainstorm here and think about the things that you've solved in your life. What have you learned? And that kind of takes me to my next point, which is focusing on your skills. Doing things that, or focusing on things that you already have some talent with, you already have some experience with. The last thing you want to do, and I made a huge mistake of this, is the last thing you want to do is have a whole bunch of experience in one area and then try to build your business in a brand new area where you know nothing. So my background in the corporate world before I became an entrepreneur was I was a software trainer, and I did a lot of software technical sales. So that, doing presentations like the one I'm doing for you right now. It was getting into clients' offices and setting up software systems so they could give it a test run and see if they wanted to buy this stuff, supporting the clients or the prospective clients that way. And I had a lot of different skills that I built up over the years doing that. And then my first foray into entrepreneurship was as a personal development coach, which I had very little experience doing. I had a passion for it, but I didn't have experience doing it. I didn't know how the business ran. I didn't know how people made money. I didn't really have a lot of experience actually coaching people. And so there's a huge disconnect there. And obviously, it took me a lot longer before I saw any results. So, what are some skills that you already have? That is where the first play or the second play or your initial plays are going to be, taking things that you're already good with. And this kind of goes back to the first point. What have you already done? What have you already accomplished that other people want to pick your brain? And if there's enough people out there that can get some value from your experience, then there's an opportunity to create and sell products. So you might want to do a quick, summary right now of your skill set. Are you good technically? Are you a good writer? Are you good on video or doing tutorials like I'm doing right now? Do you have a good speaking voice? You can do voiceovers. The list goes on and on and on. These are just some examples kind of from my world, but it depends on where you're going with your business. You probably have all kinds of opportunity. Just one that popped into my mind. If you're good with numbers and finance, that's a huge one. Despite being a full-time entrepreneur for 5 years, I'm still not great at managing, my revenues, my expenses. All that stuff gets a little bit chaotic for me, and I know that I could improve my business if I got more organized. I could probably use somebody to help me with that. So if you're good at that kind of stuff, there's an opportunity. There's probably a lot of people like me that are kind of disorganized when it comes to that stuff. There's an opportunity for you to do something. How can you deliver a solution? Now, I'm going to get into a little bit of the specifics, but given the things that you know, the experiences that you have, the problems that you've solved, how can you get in front of other people that have these similar problems and deliver a solution to them that will actually work? And often what it involves is you reverse engineering. And what I mean by that is going back and thinking about all the steps at a high level of what you did to solve the problem. So the perfect example I can give you is what I'm doing right now. I've become a bit of an expert in creating and selling products online. At my PLR company, we've done 80 products now, and that's not all of it. I've done other products non-PLR as well. So, and that's in a couple of years. So I've done a lot of these things. And to make this presentation, I literally just went back and brainstormed all the stuff that I've done, and I brainstormed from 2 years ago right up till now the things that have been working well. And I've taken my most recent experiences, the things that are working the best for me, and I try to put it into this presentation. And all that required was me doing a bit of a brainstorm. So, and delivering the solution to you is just giving it to you in bite-sized chunks. So I have one slide per idea and I'm delivering it to you. So that's kind of the idea, and all you need to do to create your own product, especially if it's an information product, is to do exactly what I'm doing here and just figure out your best mode for delivering that.